invite him into your wonderful association. I'm very much humbled by being able to be addressing all of you exalted Vaishnavas. Thank you for giving me the chance. So as we were discussing just earlier, that people have vague idea of God, When they say, when you ask someone who is God, they usually reply, God nobody knows. Is it not?
Actually, that's a fact, bro.
They
Yes.
always say, no, when you die, then you will see him, So all these kind of vague answers are there, But Krishna says here, this verse is quoted many times by Prabhupada. Evidently today is his disappearance day, very auspicious day. So janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyakta deham punar janma naite mam eti sorjuna. So one who knows, this is here very clear, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activity does not upon leaving the body take his birth again in this material world, but attains to my eternal abode, Arjuna. So the Lord is saying here that you must know what is my birth and my activities. So if you don't know, then how are you going to go back to Godhead? So when they say God nobody knows, it's very strange. You understand? So who knows? Then he qualifies. But he doesn't know, then he doesn't qualify. Simple as that. See? And that's why the Lord particularly comes to enact his pastimes. Yes. So these pastimes of the Lord which are enacted are very important for the liberation of the soul. That's why Krishna says, if you know my transcendental nature, the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities, then upon leaving the body, you don't come back again to this material world. So this is very important statement, That's why the Lord says here, I have explained this many times. In this verse here, the Lord is saying, to know this, bahunam janmanam ante, jnanavan mam prapadyate, vasudevam sarvamiti, samatma sudurlabha. If you know, after many births, that is not just one birth or two births, after many births, who is actually in knowledge, you see this again, who knows, surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. See this point. So knowing God is a very important thing. As you cannot just say vaguely, nobody knows his father or he is the creator. All these are very loose terms. You understand this point?
Yes, bro.
So knowledge is very important. So how to know? That's the next question. Of course, the Lord has enacted all these pastimes. Even among the Hindus, they know Krishna and this and that. But why they not taking up seriously? Hmm? Because to understand these things, you must go through his devotees, no? Hmm? These pastimes of the Lord must be revealed to you by the devotees. Yeah? See here, Satsanga labdaya bhaktya mahimam sa upasita savai me darsitam sadbir anjase vindate padam. So this knowledge, one who is engaged, one who has attained pure devotional service by association with my devotee, always engaged in worshipping me, thus he very easily goes to my abode, uh, which is revealed by my pure devotees. You understand this point? So this knowing about his appearance and activities must be revealed to us by a pure devotee. Otherwise it is not possible. Hmm? One criteria is that you must know Krishna's, if you know Krishna's appearance and activities, then you don't come back to this material world. And to know this, you'd have to take many, many births to know that Krishna is on it all. Not one birth or two births. Huh? And that also only after you have met a pure devotee, then all these things are revealed to you. You see how this process, it is not simply you just say some, God, 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 and you'll be safe, It doesn't, it doesn't work like that. ah, see, anyone thinks that he's liberated just because he is accepting God, that is contaminated consciousness. Yeah. So therefore it boils down to the fact that going to God is not some cheap process. Vaguely, millions of people are thinking like that, They can do anything they like and then expect to go home back to God. Hmm?
Mm.
Hmm. Unfortunate, So the point is to know God. Then you can only know Him if you associate with the devotees. And devotees means pure devotees, not some anybody and everybody.
Mm.
So unless you understand who is Krishna, who is, huh? That's why also Krishna says, if you don't accept my authority, if you don't accept my authority, I'm the only enjoyer and the master of all sacrifice. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. So if you don't accept, there is no question of you going back. Huh? How you can go back? Ah, understand? You must accept Krishna as the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifice. Huh? That's why many Hindus, they're making big mistake, They think there's many gods. So this many God principle, all God the same thing, it doesn't qualify you to going home back to Godheads. You understand this? It is not such a cheap program that you can think anything like and do anything you like, and then that's it, you go back to God because God is so kind. This is rubbish. You understand? You must understand this in proper perspective. That's why Krishna says, if you don't understand that I am the supreme enjoyer and I am the master of sacrifice, then you will fall down. There's no question of you going anywhere, but falling down. You follow this point? Ah. So please try to understand the supreme position of Krishna. It's very unique. Understand? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. You like it or you don't like it. And that's your what we say, uh, opinion. But Krishna is God, through and through. And unless you understand that and surrender to that, there's no question of going anywhere. In fact, if you don't accept, you're going to fall down. You understand this point? Ah, that's why Krishna personally came, as I've showed before also, that he enacted these pastimes for the devotees to hear about them, devotees who are going to come in the future, particularly. So those who take advantage of this, then they are fortunate, as Krishna says, such a soul is very great and rare soul. But if you don't, then it is no question of. So from this you can deduce that how the whole world who is ignorant of this fact that Krishna is God, where are they going to go? Where? Hmm? They cannot go nowhere. Very unfortunate. It's not that we are so happy about that. Of course, we are trying to help them. But, it requires piety on their side too. Fortunate if they can accept, if they're not fortunate. So that's why this other so-called denominations and all that, they are in a very precarious position. Yes. So this is the point now. I've explained that. So you see how, devotees are in a very, very superior position. So this is not something cheap, to understand Krishna, to accept his authority and to chant his name. And all this requires huge amount of blessings and piety. Hmm? That's why Krishna today, his disappearance day of Prabhupada, you see how he has single-handedly made this arrangement possible for many, many souls, revealing Krishna to the whole world. Hmm? And that's why a pure devotee is so fortunate to have his association. A moment's association of a pure devotee is what to speak about association. Even if just remembering him alone is so potent. Huh? Such a unique position. That's why one pure devotee is enough to change the face of the world. We are very fortunate in that aspect, that he went to deliver all the conditioned souls. A unique gift. That's why Prabhupada, anyone can come in contact with them and immediately is upgraded to a very high position. Prabhupada was, very kind. Particularly, he was giving his Krishna book, to everybody. Yes.
Yes.
In fact, in the Christian religion, it says not all those who say Lord, Lord, Lord will be saved, no? Is it not there in the Bible? Hmm?
This is true. It's
Hmm?
true.
Because you have to know. If you don't know, then how? Hmm?
Only through a pure devotee.
Yeah, without the help of a pure devotee, there's no possibility of knowing this. Yes, that's why it says here, association of a devotee. So valuable, no? Simply by our remembering you, our houses become instantly sanctified. What to what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your holy feet, offering your seat in our home. See how powerful the pure devotee is. The importance of holy places of pilgrimage is due to the presence of great sages and saints. It is said that sinful person go to holy place and leave their sins there to accumulate. But the presence of great saints disinfects the accumulated sins, and thus the holy place continue to remain sanctified by the grace of the devotees and saints present there. If such saints appear in the homes of worldly people, certainly the accumulated sins of such worldly enjoys become neutralized. Therefore, the holy saints actually have no self-interest with the householders. Only aim of such saint is to sanctify the houses of the householders, and the householders therefore should feel grateful when such saints and sages appear at their doors. A householder who dishonors such holy orders is a great offender. It is enjoined therefore that a householder does not bow down before a saint, at once must undergo fasting for the day in order to neutralize the great offense. See how important devotees are, because they are revealing Krishna. And unless you know Krishna, there's no question of going out of this material world. Hmm? It's not possible. Hmm? Yes?
Yes, true.
When the living entity is covered by the mode of ignorance, it does not understand the individual living being and the supreme living being, and his mind is subjugated by fruitive activity. Therefore, until one has love for Lord Vasudev, see this point here, huh? Who is none other than myself, is certainly not delivered from having to accept a material body again and again. So this is very important, and that's what Prabhupada has done to us, is reveal Krishna. That's why he called it International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He didn't want to use the word God consciousness. He wanted to use the word Krishna consciousness. Because unless you know Krishna, there's no question of going out of this world. At the point where the mind is polluted by fruitive activity, the living entity wants to be elevated from one material position to another. Generally, everyone is involved in working hard day and night to improve his economic condition. Even when one understands the Vedic ritual, he becomes interested in promotion to heavenly planets, not knowing that one's real interest lies in returning home back to Godhead. By acting on the platform of fruitive activity, one wanders throughout the universe in different species and forms. Unless he comes in contact with the devotee of the Lord, a guru, he does not become attached to the service of Lord Vasudeva. Knowledge of Vasudeva requires many births to understand. Right? Now we spoke. Vasudevam Sarvameti Samatma Sudurlabaha. Hmm? After struggling for existence for many births, one may take shelter the lotus feet of Vasudeva Krishna. When this happens, one actually becomes wise and surrenders unto him. That is the only way to repetition of birth and death. This is confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 19:151, and the instruction given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami at Dasve the Ghat, Brahmanda Brahmata Kono Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasada Paya Bhakti Latta Beach. The living entity wanders through different planets in different forms and bodies, but if by chance he comes in contact with a bona fide spiritual master, by the grace of the spiritual master, he receives Lord Krishna's shelter and his devotional life begins. So this is our greatest fortune, coming in contact with the pure devotee as in Prabhupada. So we should take it very seriously and make our life successful. It is not very nice to keep dying and dying and dying. Huh? Can you imagine how many births we have taken, how many times we have died? Yes.
Yes.
So therefore we should today, understand the glorious position of Prabhupada, how he is so merciful to us to come out of India, go out to the States, started the whole movement single-handedly. Particularly, he translated this book, this knowledge that he has given. So kind. That we are utilizing. Without his mercy, how is it possible? Hmm? Yes.
Not possible.
Hmm?
It's not possible.
So therefore we can't repay him for what he has done for us. At least we can try to fulfill his instructions of distributing this knowledge to others. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So this is how we have to understand these things. So I like to read this. Today is Sunday, November 10, 1974, corresponding to the 10th of Kartik Chaitanya era 488, the 11th day of the dark fortnight, the Rama Ekadashi. We have now finished the English translation of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in accordance with the authorized order of His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj, my beloved eternal spiritual master, friend, and guide. Although according to the material vision, His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur passed away from this material world on the last day of December 1936. I still consider His Divine Grace to be always present with me by His Vani, His words. There are two ways of association, by Vani and by Vapu. Vani means words and Vapu means physical presence. Physical presence is sometimes appreciable and sometimes not, but Vani continues to exist eternally. Therefore, we must take advantage of the Vani, not the physical presence. The Bhagavad Gita, for example, is the Vani of Lord Krishna. Although Krishna was personally present 5,000 years ago and is no longer physically present from the materialistic point of view, the Bhagavad Gita continues. In this connection, we call to memory the time when I was fortunate enough to meet His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada sometime in the year 1922. Srila Prabhupada had come to Calcutta from Sridham, Mayapur to start the missionary activities of the Gaudiya Math. He was sitting in the house of Altadanga when, through the inducement of an intimate friend, the late Sriman Narendranath Mulik, I had the opportunity to meet His Divine Grace for the first time. I do not remember the actual date of the meeting, but at that time I was one of the managers of Dr. Bose's laboratory in Calcutta. I was a newly married young man addicted to Gandhi's movement and dressed in khadi. Fortunately, even at our first meeting, His Divine Grace advised me to preach the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in English in the Western countries. Because at that time I was a complete nationalist, a follower of Mahatma Gandhi's, I submitted to His Divine Grace that unless our country were freed from foreign subjugation, no one would hear the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seriously. Of course, His Divine Grace accepted my proposal, and I started preaching in English in Calcutta. Although I was not a very expert devotee, and that surely the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would spread all over the world. I could not, however, immediately take up his instruction to preach, but I took his words very seriously and was always thinking how to execute his order, although I was quite unfit to do so. In this way, I passed my life as a householder until 1950 when I retired from family life as a vanaprastha. With no companion, I loitered here and there until 1958 when I took sannyas. Then I was completely ready to discharge the order of my spiritual master. Previously, in 1936, just before His Divine Grace passed away at Jagannath Puri, I wrote him a letter asking what I should do to serve him, what I could do to serve him. In reply, he wrote me a letter dated 13 December 1936, ordering me in the same way to preach in English the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as I heard it from him. After he passed away, I started Fortnightly magazine, back to guard it, sometime in 1944, and tried to spread the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through this magazine. After I took sannyas, a well-wishing friend suggested that I write books instead of magazines. Magazine, he said, might be thrown away, but books remain perpetually. Then I attempt to write Srimad Bhagavatam. Before that, when I was a householder, I written on Srimad Bhagavad Gita and completed about 1100 pages, but somehow or other the manuscript was stolen. In any case, when I published the Srimad Bhagavatam first canto in 3 volumes in India, I thought of going to the US. By the mercy of His divine grace, I was able to come to New York on September 17, 1965. Since then, I have translated many books, including Srimad Bhagavatam, the Bhakti Rasa Amrita Sindhu, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, a summary, and many others. Meantime, I was induced to translate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and published it in an elaborate version. In his leisure time, in later life, His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur would simply read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It was his favorite book. He used to say that there would be a time when foreigners would learn the Bengali language to read the Chaitanya Charitamrita. The work on this translation began about 18 months ago. Now, by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it is finished. In this connection, I have to thank my American disciples, especially Sriman Pradyumna Das Adhikari, Sriman Nitai Das Adhikari, Sriman Jayadvaita Das Brahmachari, and many other boys and girls who are sincerely helping me in writing, editing, publishing all this literature. I think that His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is always seeing my activities and guiding me within my heart by His word. As is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Tene Brahma Hridaya Ya Adi Kavaye 111 Srimad Bhagavatam, spiritual inspiration comes from within the heart, wherein the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His Paramatma feature is always sitting with all His devotees and associates. It is to be admitted that whatever translation work I have done is through the inspiration of my spiritual master, because personally I am most insignificant and incompetent to do this materially impossible work. I do not think myself as a very learned scholar, but I have full faith in the service of my spiritual master. His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. If there's any credit to my activities of translating, is all due to His Divine Grace. Certainly, if His Divine Grace were physically present at this time, it would have been a great occasion for jubilation. But even though He is not physically present, I am confident that He is very much pleased by this work of translation. He is very fond of seeing my books published to spread the Krishna conscious movement. Therefore, our society, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, was formed to execute the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It is my wish that devotees of Lord Chaitanya all over the world enjoy this translation, and I am glad to express my gratitude to the learned men in Western countries who are so pleased with my work that they are ordering in advance all my books that will be published in the future. On this occasion, therefore, I request my disciples who are determined to help me in this work to continue their cooperation fully, so that philosophers, scholars, religionists, and people in general all over the world will benefit by reading our traditional literatures such as Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita dated November 10, 1974, at the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, Hare Krishna Land, Juhu, Bombay. So you can see from this letter and this conclusion of Prabhupada that how important this is to spread this message to everybody. So being disciples, many of us are all disciples of Prabhupada. So we have to take this very seriously. As Prabhupada said, uh, I don't feel my spiritual master has left. I feel he's guiding me by his words. Hmm? Yes? So to think that Prabhupada has died and passed away, and that's the finish of him, is a hellish mentality. Hmm. Prabhupada has said here, that he never felt. Yeah. So this words here. Hmm? Although according to material vision, His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur passed away from this material world on the last day of December 1936. I still consider His Divine Grace to be always present with me by His Vani, His words. See this point. So similarly, although Prabhupada left on the 14th of November 1977, but you cannot think that Prabhupada is gone. No. He is present with us through his words. Hmm? There are two ways of association, one by Vani and two by Vapu. Vani means word, then Vapu means physical presence. Physical presence sometimes appreciable and sometimes not. But Vani continues to exist eternally. Therefore, you must take advantage of the Vani, not the physical presence. So see how important this points out. Hmm. So we should try to understand Prabhupada in this light and always associate with him through his instruction. And if we do that, then we will never be lost. Yeah? We will never be lost. We'll always be guided by him. And when you try to think or minimize the spiritual master into an ordinary person, then everything is spoiled, everything is finished. That's why it's very important we do not make this mistake. Yes.
Yes, I have one question related to what Prabhupada was saying in this letter. He was saying that he has faith in the service that he's doing. Is that indirectly saying that he has faith in the instruction of his Guru Maharaj?
Of course, that's the main thing. If you don't have faith in the Guru, then how is it possible to surrender?
Hmm.
Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada.
Hmm? Faith is the
Yes,
main thing, If
yes,
faith is not there, then nothing can go on, Yes.
yes, Prabhu.
So to develop faith, you must associate in here.
Yes,
Unless you associate in here, then how you will develop that faith? Huh?
yes,
Correct?
Prabhu. This is the first time I heard that we have to have faith in the service that we're doing. So I thought like I've heard of being having faith in the Guru and having faith in his instruction, but having faith in the service, uh, is it like thinking that even though you know I'm doing this service, I have to have faith it will just please my spiritual master? Is it like that in that sense, Prabhu?
In the morning, we are chanting the samsara prayers, right?
Yes,
So the spiritual master is engaging us in the deity worship, right?
Vigrahara.
Cleaning the temple, doing so many things, no?
Mm,
Deity worship, cleaning temple, doing so many activities. Huh? So all these are activities given to us by the spiritual master. Yes?
Yes.
So whatever service you are doing, it is all ordained by the spiritual master. So therefore, your services are going directly to Krishna through the mercy of the spiritual master. Yes?
Yes.
Hmm. So therefore, in Krishna consciousness, there is nothing material, everything is spiritual. Because you are associating with God directly through the spiritual master's instruction. Hmm?
Yes.
Even eating also, you are taking prasadam. By the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna, you are getting the mercy. Yes? So that is also a spiritual activity. Eating, sleeping, even mating, you have to ask permission from the Guru to go and have Krishna conscious children. So everything is spiritualized. So, you understand?
Yes.
Therefore, we have to be very thankful to our spiritual master for engaging us. Correct?
Yes.
Hmm. Spiritual master is very kind, What happened? Can't go in there. How to go into that? Why do you do that now? Doesn't look like going there. One must accept the bona fide spiritual master and render service unto him with great devotion and faith. Whatever one has in one's possession should be offered to the spiritual master, and in the association of saintly person and devotees, one should worship the Lord. Hear the glories of the Lord with faith, glorify the transcendental qualities and activities of the Lord, always meditate on the Lord's lotus feet, and worship the deity of the Lord strictly according to the injunctions of the Shastra and Guru. See this? Yes? Hmm? In the
Yes.
previous verse, it has been said the process which immediately increases one's love and affection for the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the best of the many thousand ways to become free from the entanglement of material existence. It is also said, Dharmasya Tattva Nihitam Guhayam. Actually, the truth of religious principle is extremely confidential. Nonetheless, it can be understood very easily if one actually adopts the principle of religion. As it is said, Dharmantu Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. The process of religion is enunciated by the Supreme Lord because he is the supreme authority. This is also indicated in the previous verse by the word Bhagavato Udittaha. The injunctions or directions of the Lord are infallible and the benefits are fully assured. According to his direction, which I explained in this verse, the perfect form of religion is Bhakti Yoga. To practice Bhakti Yoga, one must first accept a bona fide spiritual master. Srila Goswami in his Bhakti Samrita Sindhu advises Guru Padashraya Tasmat Krishna Dikshadi Shikshanam Visrambena Guruhu Seva Sadhu Vartamana Anuvartanam Saddharma Prachar Bhoga Adi Tyaga Krishna Se Hetave. One's first duty is to accept a bona fide spiritual master. The student or disciple should be very inquisitive. He should be eager to know the complete truth about eternal religion, Sanatana Dharma. The word Guru Susrusaya means that one should personally serve the spiritual master by giving him bodily comforts, helping him in bathing, dressing, sleeping, eating, and so on.
Come afterwards.
Hello? This is called Guru Shushanam. A disciple should serve the spiritual master as a menial servant, and whatever he has in his possession should be dedicated to the spiritual master. Pranay Artha Diya Vacha. Everyone has his life, his wealth, his intelligence, and his words. And all of them should be offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the via medium of the spiritual master. Everything should be offered to the spiritual master as a matter of duty, but the offering should be made to the spiritual master with heart and soul, not artificially to gain material prestige. This offering is called arpana. Moreover, one should live among the devotees, saintly person to learn the etiquette and proper behavior of devotional service. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur remarks in this connection that when whatever is offered to the spiritual master should be offered with love and affection, not for material adoration. Similarly, it is recommended that one associate with devotees, but there must be some discrimination. Actually, a sadhu, a saintly person, must be saintly in his behavior. Sadhava sat archaha. Unless one adheres to the standard behavior, one position as sadhu, a saintly person, is not complete. Therefore, a Vaishnava sadhu must completely adhere to the standard of behavior. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said that Vaishnava, a person initiated into the Vaishnava cult, should be offered the respect befitting a Vaishnava, which means that he should be offered service and prayers. However, one should not associate with him if he is not a fit person with whom to associate. So you see your point, that the most important point here you can see that one should learn how to serve. Means that one should personally serve the spiritual master by giving him bodily comfort, helping him eating, dressing, sleeping, eating, so on. Not only that, we also have to carry out his instruction. Yes? So the spiritual
Yeah,
master,
I know the time. Don't worry. 10 minutes.
this spiritual master is engaging us in all these activities. Yes.
Yes.
Hmm? Unless the spiritual master engages us, how we can come out of this entanglement? Hmm? Right? Huh? Tell me. That's why we must give everything to the spiritual master. Hmm? Disciple should serve the spiritual master, a menial servant, and whatever he has in his possession should be dedicated to the spiritual master. So these are all the criteria in how we can make spiritual advancement. Yes, you understand?
Yes. It's very, very, very clear.
Hmm? So we should be cautious. That's why we should be careful not to become very familiar with our spiritual master also. Familiarity breeds contempt, no? Trying to think that we know better than the guru, then the whole thing collapses, no? As you can see, the example that's going on in our other camp, uh, the movement that Prabhupada has so kindly started, you can see how they have tried to misuse Prabhupada's position. Hmm? And the consequence, they lose the ability to preach. Hmm? Right? So, any other questions?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hmm.
That's
Who's that?
Sushan Dev. Sushan.
Hmm. So, what's your question, Prabhu?
I hope you are in good health. I had a question regarding physical association and it's necessary for continuation of devotional service.
Yes, that's why Prabhupada set up the temples so that you can go and associate with the devotees who are practicing seriously. This is again Prabhupada's mercy. Hmm?
Hmm.
Temple, we have the program going on. Did you go there? You associate, you learn how to become a devotee. In this way, you learn how to serve Prabhupada, the deities, the Vaishnavas. Hmm? You study the proper
Yes.
standards of Vaishnava principles. Hmm? Yes?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. Yes.
So this is also how Prabhupada organized the whole chapter, how we can become spiritually advanced. Hmm? Yes?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you try to see if you got some time, you can go. Which part of India you are from?
I'm actually from London, England, but my mom and dad, my dad is from Bangladesh, mom is from India, so basically Indian. So I'm in Assam right now, and I'm going to be going to Bangladesh soon.
So if you're in Assam, we have a place in Guwahati. Which part of Assam you are now currently there?
Silchar.
Oh, you're not in
It's
Guwahati, huh?
not in Guwahati now.
So if you ever go there, we have a temple there. And you can also associate with our devotees there. That also be nice, huh?
I
So
might
some or
go
other
to
try.
yeah. I may get an opportunity to go to Bangladesh, Dhaka, ISKM. Just waiting on Rama Prabhu to get back to me.
Ram Tulasi, yeah?
Yes, Ram Tulsi Prabhu.
Yeah, he is in what the other? This is not in Dhaka. He's a bit up north, no? You can call him and you can ask him. It'll be nice if you can visit. So this is how
Yeah,
you can take
awesome.
the
Yeah.
physical association, no? That will be very good for you. That's why temples, devotees are very, you can get them, they are very fortunate. Inspire you. They also will teach you the standard practices. So try to associate as much as you can.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Thank you for your holy association, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody else got anything else to
Hare Krishna.
add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I
Yes.
have one question.
Yes.
Prabhu, actually, I'm from India, West Bengal. One second. Actually, I'm from India, West Bengal, and usually I live alone at home, most of the time. And after finishing my prescribed rounds of chanting and reading Srila Prabhupada books or Bhagavatam, after hearing the lectures, I sometimes feel alone. Because I do not have an association, physical association right here. So, what I should do on that time when I feel alone.
You see, of course, we are not so advanced to associate with the super soul who's always with us. So that's why we have to learn how to take the instructions of our spiritual master. So if you can carry out the instruction of Prabhupada by reading, as you say, reading and all, if you can go out and also do some preaching, that also will, be very good service. Whatever, distribute some books or talk to some people. In this way, you're never alone.
But to actually, distributing books or that kind of preaching thing is not possible for me right now. So, if I read, too many books like Prabhupada, so sometimes I become tired, and I feel sleepy. But I don't want to sleep, I want to do something, and that's how I feel, much more, loneliness.
You try to, if it's not possible to distribute books, then you try to go online and talk to any of your friends or anything, preach.
Actually, sometimes Sami Prabhu or Manu Prabhu and all the devotees, chant their rounds and this group, Vaishnava Sangha group, and I actually joined them. And but it is not possible for me to chant, very big numbers of rounds like not more than 64 or anything else. So sometimes my neck started paining, or because I am neophyte, so I cannot stand so much way around. So that is also a problem.
No, you talk to the devotees, even don't have to chant, you can always talk to them, no? There's so many of them, you can always, whoever is available, you can talk to them and ask them, about Krishna consciousness. Yes?
Yes, so but I have another one question that I have two sisters, and sometimes they're not my actual sisters. Actually, they are from other families. So, but sometimes when I talk with them, I become too attached to them. So, and whenever they go to their home, I feel very lonely. So, what I should do?
No, you should try, see, just like we transfer all this attachment to Krishna, just like you are feeling attached to them, you can just think, if only I can get attached to Krishna in the same way, then my life will become successful.
It's true. It's true. I also think this, but only Ghana cannot help me now. Devotional service will help me, but now at this stage when I'm where is my position, so I cannot execute so much in devotional service. But I want to, but I am just praying to Lord that He will give me some situation that I can execute all the devotional services.
Which part of Calcutta are you, which part of West Bengal are you in?
Actually, this place called Midnapur. Midnapur.
Midnapur. How far from Calcutta?
It's like if I want to go Calcutta, so it will take almost 4 hours to go.
Oh, 4 hours, huh? So, okay, you try to see what you can do, the best, huh? Try if you can preach to your friends or something, that'll be the best, Try
Yes, so
to
I
see if you can.
yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna.
You try if you can talk to the devotees also online. There's so many of them there. You can always talk to any one of them. The meantime, you
Yes, bro.
try online, you associate.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Any other questions?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, participants, and brave souls who are preaching. Any realizations, any comments, and any sort of clarifications that you may need while you're reading Prabhupada books or while you're preaching, this is, I would say, Krishna's arrangement. So this would be a very nice time.
So looks like don't have any much questions, huh?
It seems like Punjab Prabhu had a question.
Bhagavad
Oh,
Gita Hindi app, you said it is done, huh? I supposed to be, you're supposed to be working on it though, huh? What's the progress on that?
oh, Punjab Prabhu, you got a big seva, 700 slokas Hindi.
Pranjal, what's the progress on your Hindi thing? 12 at URL Prabhu, it's completed. Oh, very good. So you has done the Hindi app. So you can put it up in this group here. Anyone wants to use it, they can take help from this app. Thank you so much for that service. So you can send me the link. That'll be very nice. Huh? Let me ask our experts here to look at it and see how it goes. Huh?
All right,
This is
just
the link. Huh?
yes.
I need to be sent to my my web address. I mean my WhatsApp address. Huh? Someone can copy that and send to my link. That'll be very nice. Huh?
Oh,
So very, I mean, it's a very nice service that you have done. I'm very much thankful for you for doing this. Maybe if you got time, you can work on the other languages as well. So that will be a very big service. Let us see how this is, how this works, and we can see how to utilize them. So maybe we can give it to all our Hindi-speaking people to check it out. Have you sent it to Akshay down there in Delhi? We can ask him to review it, possible. Thank you very much. Very big service, huh? So you send that link to my WhatsApp, please. Huh? Anyone can help me on that. We were a little handicapped when we were in Delhi and Bombay. Our Hindi app was not very much working, So this will solve the problem. Thanks. So if you can do other language, it'll be very nice. Yeah, that'll be good. Will be nice. Send it to our devotees who were there with us in Delhi. Huh? So, okay, I guess everyone is a little bit tired. Thank you all very much for joining in on today's program. All glories to all of you.
glories to you, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada Disappearance Day.
Very auspicious day.
Yes.
Let us take it a little seriously. Huh? Let us do something for Prabhupada.